shiny ones.
Very well.
First challenge.
Prepare to be eviscerated, fool.
Yeah, wait. You're one of us. You're one of the ball spawn, aren't you? Oh, but you needn't worry about me. I'm dead. I'm a nobody. I grew up in a small farming village. I didn't even know what I was until they came for me. But I knew I was different. You can hear the screams at night, can't you? You can feel the blood of the murdered, how it flows all around us. 1,000 different pains, and you're nothing but a solitary echo. But it's not terrible. It's inviting. It calls to you. And if you give in to it, if you offer your entire heart up to it, everything becomes crystal clear. One murder to 1,000, it all becomes part of you. I murdered 3 of the local girls until I was driven out, and then I went to the city. Murder was easier there, and I felt the cold every night. It can taste life, you know, and it is divine. I can feel the same in you. I know you feel the call, and you surrender to it as I did, don't you? It's a power that we alone, the ball spawn, can wield, and the only thing you need to fear is retribution. Well, I don't know
What
about
would you
that.
have me do?
This is an endurance fight, so let's start song and
I
dance.
will listen. I look forward.
I am ready. Very good.
What can I do? Very well.
That's it?
What if that is what you want?
Commoners.
Justice shall be.
I'm literally immune to their weapons. What is that? Earth Spirit. Probably get a little bit more dangerous as time goes on. We're still in the commoner territory, so I'm not worried. Elven warrior. Major nature spirit answers your call. Really interested seeing how well they'll do. Suppose I
Ready
should
for
do
anything.
something. I think this is still a warm up to what's to come.
Happy to help. To try to help anyway. Fine.
What exactly happened with the spell? Cannot control more than 5 monsters at a given time, so the summoned creatures. You count
Ready
as
for.
actual summons, right?
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
This both sort of suck. Human warriors have an attack bonus of +1. Spirits have an attack bonus of +0. There is something supporting them with spells. Elysium. Who are they attacking? They can't go that far out. Why won't you shoot? Okay, let's put an end to this.
I will enjoy it. Prepare to be eviscerated, fool.
So, you survived retribution. I didn't. But then you know how to kill a lot better than I did. Strange thing is, the longer you survive, the more blood you have on your hands. There's never an end to the retribution. Or is there? Din din din. I don't know, maybe. If you're going to take actions in your life, there's always going to be consequences, so I'm not sure what your point was. I don't view killing as necessarily a bad thing. Anyway, some motherfuckers just deserve to be killed pretty badly. That's how it is. Mainly, I suppose it's not necessarily a good thing either. It's more of a, if you view your options, there really isn't a option where you can do nothing about it or try to go hug the guy and call a day. Everything's fine after that. Sometimes just it's not really a realistic option. You might not like it, but reality doesn't care about your feelings always. You have a better solution, feel free to try to get people to go your way on things. I guess something useful. I suppose a new ability. Since energy blades would be a planetar would basically be a good solution to a lot of trouble. I'll go with energy blades. Or extra spells. But we don't really have a good 9th level spell currently. Comet is a good one. It does a decent amount of damage, or is it Dragon Breath? Which one is it? I think it's Comet. A huge meteor or comet strikes the Earth, damaging all enemies in its path and sending out a powerful shockwave. So it's not that damaging, but the combat itself does 10d10 damage, fire damage with no save, and it only affects enemies. I'm not sure about the Dragon Breath. Does 20d10 fire damage. Force a Dragon's Breath knocks an opponent off their feet and away from the caster. Victim can save versus breath weapons take half damage and not be blown away. Spell will not harm party members. Yeah. So if they're not immune to fire, this is pretty much you're just fucked. The thing is, it's not a good boss fight spell. That boss fights are the ones we really care about. Planetars would be good for those. I mean, a Planetar is amazingly good fighter. Oh, is it? What am I thinking? Yeah, I think they're Divas and Planetars. Planetar is the good one. Diva is the weaker one company-wise. Still a powerful creature, but not a match for a Planetar. I think I'll go with Energy Blades, maybe extra spell slots. Extra 8 level. Well, Simulacrum isn't exactly horrible. I can use the Domination staff and other staff at will if I have a Simulacrum. Energy Blades.
I will take care of this.
Ooh, shiny ones.
Mm-hmm. Alright, where do we go next? Ah, yes, this one.
The General is too busy to meet with the likes of these commoners. Move along and no one gets hurt.
Gromnir Ilkhan.
These people represent the concerns of the entire town. Please, good soldiers, hear their case.
Our food is almost gone. Our children cry out in hunger. Your master must hear our pleas.
The plight of peasants is not Gromnir Ilkhan's concern. Stand aside, townsfolk.
If you know what's good for you, you'll all head back to your homes.
The army outside the city will surely kill us all. Your master cannot just turn his back on us.
Clear these gates. You won't get another warning.
Threats are not the answer here. Everyone stay calm and we can work together to find a solution.
Melissan is sort of a... well, not the true Melissan, but what Melissan is saying. It's a good example of how empty and pointless some of the let's just stay calm and peaceful and work together to find a solution kind of talk really is. I mean, even if you truly 100% believe that, you still have to admit that it's not an effective solution in certain situations because no one's gonna give a rat's ass what you're going to say about things.
Our orders are clear. Move these peasants along or we'll move them along ourselves.
So in this situation, for example, it's clearly a worthless thing to do. It won't change the outcome.
No one do anything rash. Perhaps if we return later when it is more convenient for Gromnir Ilkhan to see us.
No, Melissan. We will not be bullied this time. We will stay right here until they take us to Gromnir.
We demand to see Gromnir. Take us to Ilkhan.
There There's just no reasoning with you people. You only understand the edge of a sword.
I told you to clear these gates! You brought this on yourselves!
I suppose this would be like an unarmed civilian trying to defy the orders of an armed soldier in a military fighting situation. You can do it, and I give you the credit that you're a brave man if you do. However, you're also incredibly stupid if you do.
No! Put down your weapons! This is not necessary! What's this? A child of Ball appears from nowhere? Impossible. Unless...
Intruders! Spies! The walls have been breached!
Slay the invaders! Attack!
No! Hold your weapons! These might be allies come to help!
Don't fall for their tricks! Kill them all, and let the gods sort them out.
Fair enough.
You are
Kill
going
them all.
somewhere. I see you in the ground for the abyss.
Is there anything I can do to... Yeah. They're thinking potions. And I can't actually do anything.
What would you have me do?
Because I'm silenced. And the fight is already over anyway.
I will listen for now. I see you in the ground. Taste darkness, fool.
Greetings, I am Melisande, a friend. Welcome to Saradush. I regret your first encounter in this town was so bloody.
How do you know my name?
I watched the events of your life quite closely, as I do with all the progeny of the Lord of Murder. I have seen many of your kin slain over these past months.
For what purpose are you watching us?
You might consider me to be a guardian, for want of a better term. I know the prophecies of Alando. I know some feel they allude to the return of Baal to the realms. By taking an active interest in the fate of Baal's offspring, you and those like you, I hope to prevent the Lord of Murder from returning to the realms in any form.
You're another person meddling in the fate of the Baal's children.
I do not know how you came to be here, but I fear you are now trapped here in Saradush like the rest of us.
By whom?
Beyond the walls of Saradush waits the army of Yagashua. They have laid siege to this town, seeking the death of all those here who share your tainted blood.
Okay. Any hope of stopping this?
First, we must deal with General Gromnir, the man who now runs the city of Saradush. Gromnir is also a child of Baal and was once a powerful general. I brought him and his loyal men here to protect Saradush and the many Baalsborn gathered here, seeking sanctuary. But Gromnir is mad. He has barricaded himself in the castle throne room, and his troops run amok through the town with no regard for the lives and rights of the citizens of Saradush.
Oh shit. We can only take extreme stances here. I should break down the castle walls and slay this Gromnir for his cowardice.
The actions of Gromnir and his soldiers have caused dissension within the town and made it almost impossible for the loyal Saradush militia to defend the walls. We must first defeat the enemy within before we can end this siege. You must find a way to get inside the castle to Gromnir. Perhaps you can reason with him, but I fear he is beyond reason. I'm afraid you will have to kill the general to give Saradush any hope of surviving the siege.
Is that your military opinion? I'll see what I can do.
I may be difficult to find after this. The town suffers, and my hours are spent doing what I can for the people. If you have another question, I suggest you ask it now.
No. Any idea how long we have until the walls are breached?
The siege could last a few days or a few months. Act quickly, and may fortune shine on your mission.
That's a pretty fucking vague thing to say. They'll breach the place when it's the right time to breach the place,
It will be
basically.
done.
Hmm. I can heal your daddy. Is he an actual target I can aim?
Vita Mortis
What just happened? I felt myself hovering over my own body. Something was pulling me away to a distant place. I fought against it. I couldn't leave Tacit alone. And then suddenly, I felt myself being drawn back into my body. Yes, you're alive and well now. That's all that matters. You raised me, but such spells are so expensive. Where in my life could I have afforded to be raised? I feel unworthy of your attention, my lord, but I thank you nevertheless. But you're a ballspawn. Thought all ballspawn were the very incarnation of evil and death. I see now I was wrong. My name is Bezak. I must apologize, my lord. I fear I have judged you and your kind unfairly. I have no reward to give you but my thanks and prayers. You are truly a great force of good in the realms, my lord. Perhaps you will yet save Saradush. I'm gonna station point out of it.
Mind your toes.
Okay, shopping opportunities that will be a priority. Anchored tree. No, I want Arcana Archives. You don't look like one of the locals, but you're a child of Baal as well, lured here like the rest of us to face our inevitable end. What do you mean? I myself am one of the Baal's progeny, or so I've been told. Guess Baal's blood runs thicker in some of his children than in others. Is there anything else I can help you with? How did you get here exactly? I wasn't brought here by Melisande like some of the others. I fled here from Sembia. My home village was burned to the ground by a dragon who claimed to be hunting for me. My friends, my family, they threatened to give me to the dragon if I didn't leave, so I did. And I heard a lot of other ballspawn were coming here. Now I almost wish I hadn't come. Is there anything else I can do to help you with? Okay, no.
A waste of my talents.
Have a look
But
at
so
my
be it.
wares. I trust you'll find them all in satisfactory condition.
The Lazarus Library is at your service. Welcome to the Arcana Archives. I would normally invite you to look at my magical wares, but alas, my shelves are completely bare, and I have not even a single parchment left for you to purchase. My spellbook has been stolen. Without it, I cannot fashion the powerful scrolls which normally fill my shop. Please, mighty Melas the Vulture, I beg of you to help a humble wizard. Very well. I came here for shopping anyway. I thank you for your aid in solving the theft of my spellbook. Is there anything I can do to aid in your investigation? Tell me about the crime. At first I suspected Hecton. He is well known about town for his sticky fingers, but after questioning many witnesses, it is clear that Hecton was at the local pub from dusk until dawn at the night of the theft. I still suspect that no good thief Hecton was involved. I can clearly see the guilt in his face, but there is no proof. Without my spellbook, I'm virtually powerless to pursue this myself, and as a newcomer to this town, I have no one to turn to for help. Any other clues? There is but one clue, though it does little to point the finger at Hecton. A set of muddy footprints leading from my window. Very small footprints, far smaller than those of Hecton, or any man or woman for that matter. I'll return when my investigations are done. As you wish. I urge you Godspeed. Without my spellbook, I have no way to restock my inventory with the precious scrolls I normally carry. Did I tell you I carried precious scrolls? If you get my spellbook back, I'll sell you my multiple precious scrolls. Yeah, there's only one child here with a name, so I wonder who the thief is.
What do you want? You think you can hassle me just because I'm a kid?
Do you know anything about a missing spellbook?
Oh sure, just 'cause I'm a street urchin, I have to know about stolen books. Everyone always blames me. Squip though this, squip took that. You got no proof.
I have proof. Small muddy footprints. Like a child's footprints.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might know something about that. Maybe I can help you out for a price. 1,000 gold will get me talking.
Yeah, I'll give you 5.
5 gold? I've never had so much money at once. Okay, here's the scoop. I stole that book for Hecton. He paid me to do it. I don't have the book no more. I gave it to Hecton, honest.
I look forward to it.
Hello, mate. You look a friendly face.
Why won't those soldiers leave me alone? They must enjoy torturing us townfolk. I wish someone would stand up to them, but everyone's afraid of Gromnir. Guess I'll just have to put up with it.
I don't care. I'm not looking to raise my reputation any higher, and I'm okay with where it is. Don't want to particularly get it lower either, so if I just avoid these pointless side things, probably don't even lead to anything. The reputation should more or less stay where it is. Hecton. Good day to you, sir. Strangers are a rare sight here in Saradush these days. Yeah, I want to talk to you about a stolen spellbook. I see where this is going. Well, Lazarus is barking up the wrong tree. I was at the Tankard tree all night long, and I have witnesses to prove it. Yeah, I talked to Squip. He told me he stole the book and gave it to you. Okay, I admit I took the book. I don't have it on me. If you kill me, Lazarus will never get it. I'm not a bad man, really. I just took the book because I thought I could use it to escape the city. The damn thing is locked with some kind of spell. It's useless to me. Lazarus has a teleportation scroll to escape the city, I know it. If you get me that scroll, I'll give you the spellbook. Do we have a deal? Sure, I'll talk to Lazarus once more. Speak to Lazarus or don't, that's your choice, but until you have the scroll, we have nothing more to discuss. There should be a shopkeeper here. Not sure which one of it is, and there's one of the vampire cutscenes too.
I trust all is well.
Ah, bartender. There's a cat killing rats somewhere. Need to talk to the guy, please.
I got some cheap beer for you.
Ah, yeah. Every bartender is selling +3 weaponry at this point. So it's pretty much the minimum to be able to do anything at this point. +4 is mandatory, otherwise you can't fight the boss fight in the game. Well, unless you use spells, but in order to damage the bitch, you need +4. It's very, very basic. Yeah, there's really nothing worth mentioning about this. I might have a couple of worthless pieces of crap to sell to these guys. I'll actually get rid of the +1 bolts. Just get inventory space. A doughy spell. That chainmail is probably a fairly good one. Could get you immunity to normal weapons. Right. Do we want boots of speed on someone else? I don't think so. I suppose Hexat could use them. The problem is the group is already sort of breaking apart. I don't think we want to break it apart anymore. I can't have everyone tasted anyway.
Very well. I look forward to it.
Have a look at my wares. I trust you'll find them all
Hecton
in
admitted he
satisfactory
stole your
condition.
spellbook. He will give it back in exchange for a teleportation scroll to escape the city. I knew that thief was to blame, but he's a fool if he thinks a teleportation scroll will help him escape this city. I do have such a scroll and I will gladly trade it for my spellbook, but the scroll is useless. Yagashura's mages have cast powerful spells imprisoning us here. Anyone foolish enough to attempt a magical escape will rebound off the invisible walls, a grisly and very messy fate. Nevertheless, here's the scroll Hecton wanted. I suppose the choice is up to you. If you wish to warn Hecton about the consequences of using the scroll, wish you luck in recovering my spellbook. I suppose we should warn him.
I will enjoy this.
If he takes the warning or not, that's his business.
I will take care of this.
I have the scroll. You have the scroll? Quickly give it to me. Here, take the spellbook. I can't use it anyway. But this scroll is my ticket out of here. I have to warn you, the scroll won't work. Lazarus said that if you use it, you will die. You're lying. You must be. But why would you lie to me now that the exchange has been made? And why would Lazarus not have left this city if the scroll actually works? Perhaps you're right. I must think hard on this before I use the scroll. Think hard all you want. And the fuckers can't get out of the
It will be done.
tavern because they're in each other's way.
Easily.
Have a look at my wares. I
Here's your
trust you'll find them
spellbook.
all in satisfactory
Ah,
condition.
my spellbook. Thank you, kind sir. Truly the legends of Melas the Vulture have not been exaggerated, and once again craft my scrolls. Please feel free to peruse my vast collection of enchanted parchments, and if you see anything you like, I'm sure we can work out a mutually beneficial exchange of coin for the said item. Am I missing something obvious? No. Intelligence could give that would actually be very useful for her. We might be able to upgrade it further. More or less pretty much standard fare. I could get the wish spell. Wish spell isn't particularly good unless you have wisdom to support it, but you could get around some. You could do nasty things with it though. The double length time stop with alacrity is a good example. I certainly don't have any big B spells either. Not sure if I should buy these. Imprisonment is pretty much no saving throw, no magical resistance, just yeah. Boss, it won't work on bosses, but you can still play a lot of guys out of the fight. I don't think it's really necessary, but power word kill. No saving throw. If you have 60 hit points or less, it's instant death. Black Blade of Disaster. A fighter mage would be an interesting thing to play. Very powerful. Save versus death at a +4 or be disintegrated. 10% chance with every hit that the sword drains 4 levels from the target and heals the wielder for 20 points. The only downside is that it has a static duration. Very good fighter. Can do a lot of nasty things with this. Also, it's a castable sword that will harm every enemy in the game. Improved Mantle is not useful for us. But Clenched Fist. It initially smashes the target for 3d6 damage with no save and the target is held. So it's an automatic held on the target. They can try to escape it on the next turn. Not on the first one. Casting time is a bit long. Duration isn't too long. But if you could temporarily play someone out of the fight, I think that's worth buying. There are probably other spells here that I don't own. But we'll also probably come back here later. It's time to decide are we gonna go to Watcher's Keep or not. Did I buy the wish spell? I don't recall. There's a Watcher's Keep has wish scrolls. I guarantee the wish scroll. And basically the wish would have two purposes for us. If we get lucky, you can recover fully, like you would have rested, or you get the double duration time stop with alacrity, because it's the only time stop version that works on the end game bosses of the game. They're immune to the normal time stop. They can function normally during it. So you're basically just freezing your entire party while the enemy can hack you to pieces. The Wish version is different. And considering that we probably have a fairly powerful mage at that point, That double duration time stop allows you to do a lot of bad things. What is that? Armor class +1? Yeah. It's worth just so I don't have to drink potions to get things done. Also worth it just so I can take a look at the spell inventory
Well,
and
you look like
see
the sort who has more than 2 gold pieces
what
to rub
exactly
together.
am I missing. Looks like we have most of it. Improved mantle, shape change. Shape change is only useful for us if we want to tank magic. We would have magic immunity with shape change, but I can't get that with the monk anyway. Well, the banshee is always nice, but are we really gonna use it? Companions and casters immune to instant death. Yeah, the 9th level version has a saving throw to avoid getting the pinned effect. The 8th level one didn't. It at least gets you for a round, no matter your saves. I'm not sure if I want to buy extra spells. They're not exactly terrible by any means. Imprisonment one would be the only one I don't really expect to get from anywhere else that would be incredibly useful. If it works. The thing is, our group is incredibly powerful, so I'm not gonna need the imprisonment at all. It was more in the line if we would be playing like a solo mage or something like that, then it might be a useful tool. But in this situation, it's sort of worthless.
A waste of my talents, but so be it.
There's a couple of small things I think we can do here. Probably should do the vampires first.
You are going somewhere. Yeah, very well. I look forward to it. Kill them all and have done with it.
We'll have Dorn seduce one of them, or rather go with them.
Very well.
My friend.
He warned us about vampires.
You need a new tailor. Your clothes are absolutely dreadful.
Bloomy.
You need a new tailor. Your clothes are absolutely dreadful.
You look like a mighty fine piece of man-meat. Why don't we slip away alone? I promise a night you'll remember for the rest of your life. Only 50 gold coins.
I don't want to start arguing about 50 coins. Sounds good to me.
Come with me. I know a place where we can be alone. It's not far.
You need a new tailor. Your clothes are absolutely
We've arrived.
dreadful.
This should be enjoyable.
Good. So the madman was right after all.
Silence! The blood of Baal's children is a nectar we will risk much to claim. Overwhelm him, my brethren.
Vampire, 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 vampire. Fair enough. What exactly can I do? What can they do?
They're not really gonna do anything too interesting, so what do I have as a shield? Buckler +1. I might have a problem with domination spells here. I was more or less thinking what we should cast.
Let me help you. What would you have me do? I look forward to it.
Oh, this is gonna be bad for you.
Insurgents, culture. I will listen, for now. Mind your... I will enjoy this.
I need something to punch or kick.
I will take care of this.
Oh,
You have a problem. It will be done.
Right.
You are going somewhere easily.
Closing the door because I don't want these guys to get involved. I'm immune to pretty much everything they can throw my way.
I sense great evil, fabled treasure, terrible danger.
Death to all
Probably
who
some
stand against
spiders.
me! Yes.
You are lucky I'm here, certainly.
What would you have me do? A waste of my talents.
Fear not.
But so be it.
I'm watching you. I can do that.
Do I need a key? Need a key.
I will listen. Very well. Mind your... I look forward to it.
That's the best you can manage? As you wish.
Anything that gets in our way will be buried in this place's rubble. You have a problem.
Seems fair
Kill
to
them
me.
all and have done with it.
Spirit. You see a ghostly apparition of an emaciated old man wearing tattered rags. He tries to speak, but no words come out. With a look of sorrow in his eyes, he clutches his temples as if in agony, then vanishes. I might as well take the skull.
I'll send you to the abyss. Ha! I'll send you to the abyss.
What do you want of me? I could help you that.
You are going very
Follow the
well.
abyss ending. Once again, the ghostly apparition of an old beggar manifests itself before you. He traces his spectral fingers around his neck, as if trying to pantomime putting on a necklace. He points to the doors of the nearby cells, then vanishes once more.
Yes. What would you have? I look forward to it.
In the corner of the room is a shallow grave which has been defiled. Within is a human skeleton, though the skull is missing. Yeah, let's put the skull in there.
You were lucky then, but luck runs out.
has a +3 versus. Alright, that's...
I will listen, for now.
The spirit of the long-forgotten prisoner materializes beside his defiled graveside. He points at the once blessed ground with imploring eyes before vanishing once more. If you had some elven holy water, you could sanctify the defiled grave. Could we have elven holy water? Could I have bought something in reserve for this case? What a coincidence. For God's sakes. You sprinkle a few drops of elven holy water on the grave. The spirit appears once more, though its expression is now one of peace rather than anguish. It motions that it wants you to follow it. No, it was worth 10,000. Ooh, there's a vampire in there.
Mind your
There's no talk of a vampire. An ion stone. Probably the best iron stone ever. Memorize one extra 7th level wizard spell. We can probably upgrade it to contain additional spells. How was... Okay, improved chaos shield lasts for 2 hours. That's enough. I don't need multiples of these. I think I'll take maybe control undead. We really need it though. It's a good spell, but not necessarily for our group. The Mordekainen's sword are, yeah, they're summons, but you can send them to places where you don't really want to go with living creatures. That's why I'm taking them instead of any other summon. Poison gas, I don't care. Mind affecting things, they don't care. Brain eating things, they don't care. So when there's a situation where just going with the full group would be more or less fighting a huge amount of status effects, or maybe even on party members, it's just easier to send a couple of swords and let them handle it. Saving. Chance to hit improved. And high level ability. Well, we got the only attack spell worth taking. Club of Blades is nice, no doubt about that, but it's also not necessary. What we want is the spirit abilities. It allows us to tank more damage. This guy has the most hit points pretty much. Has a decent armor class, and now we can cut damage in half from physical attacks. Also under effects of improved invisibility, cannot be targeted directly by spells. Lasts for 5 rounds only, but usually against terrible bosses you don't have to survive for long, just a little bit. This might be better. 90% fire resistance, armor class bonus of 4, protects from attacks made within 5 feet radius. Plus 2d10 plus 2 fire damage to anyone who attacks within that radius. In addition, intense heat protects the caster from all non-magical weapons, melee or missile, which we are already protected. This might be good in combination. I'll take the spirit abilities though. Mass Ray State could be useful. No. Just spirit abilities. Not sure if I'm gonna ever use them, but since we are
Spirit Shaman as well. It's an ability, it's not a spell. Right. Also, wrong character.
You have a problem? I will take care of this.
Not sure if we want to... I'll complete this, but I'm not sure if I want to continue further. Allows you to go to the castle where Gramnir Ilkhan is. The thing is, there's other things in the town we could do that give decent amount of reward. Some magical items and so forth. Wilson is looking at a level up. Wilson needed to get to level 25 to be useful in the end fight. And looking at, I mean, he's level 21 now, soon to be 22. So I think he'll get to the 25 if we just ignore Watcher's Keep and push toward to end this game directly. I think I'd rather do that. If we're not at 25 when the ending boss fights come our way, then we can do something different. I don't see the point of going through Watcher's Keep. There's not that much different with playing with this new group of characters to warrant going through every single piece of content the game has to offer.
You are going somewhere you do not. It will be done.
It's more or less just the same.
You were lucky then, but luck runs out.
Yeah, how much bonuses has
I shall do what is
the
required.
monk, for example?
Easily.
Take action soon. Right? Pay for your sin.
Plus 10. Most of his hits will hit no matter what the dice roll.
What would you have? A waste of my talents, but so be it. I will listen for very well.
Lydian. What? A child of Baal here? Damn the wenches for their lustful hearts. They were warned to stay away from the blood of gods, no matter how sweet.
Don't suppose you just let me pass by without a fuss?
You are a powerful one of your kind. I can smell the murder in your heart. You shall never let us live, I would think. Come then, my children. We die this night once and forever, throwing ourselves on the merciless blade of this god, that is this godling.
Dorn, actually, but whatever. Holy shit, they have a capable fighter. How much bonuses does she get? 6. She's still a capable fighter, at least.
What can I do? As you wish.
Yeah, Dorn is not gonna win that particular fight.
Peter, mind your tone.
What are you doing?
You have a problem. You are. I look forward.
Let me help you.
Yes, I am Dorniel Khan. I do as I will. You do not give me orders.
Right, that's the sewer. We'll leave things here.
What would you have me do?
Just because I'm not doing Watcher's Keep because it's sort of pointless, doesn't mean I'm not gonna do these things that the game thrown a ball throws our way. And quest rewards seem to be the way forward anyway. We just do the killing, it's going to take forever to... might not even never reach those levels we want. 5, 6 levels if we manage to get, we'll get all the abilities we'll ever want or need.
More or less to what casters alone could wrap up the game, pretty much with what they have already. So a little bit of improvement on
I
that
look
front
forward
wouldn't
to
hurt, but it's also not too necessary. Let's see if we can solve some of the problems in the town.
something on your mind.
Outsiders ain't welcome in this town, that much is clear. You're a stranger here, just like us. But say we teach these boys a lesson.
Yeah, the real enemy is outside the gates, remember? Better stop this childish bickering before I lose my temper.
Very now, stranger, just relax. We know what you ball spawn are like. All we're doing is blowing up a little steam. This half-orc is a bold spawn. Look, brawling in the streets is one thing, but none of us is looking to get killed. Come on, lads. You heard the man. Let's clear out.
1,000 for everyone. Yeah, this isn't worth my time.
I will enjoy this.
As always, the pleasure is mine.
A lot of elven holy water. I don't think we really need any of this. Might need more restoration capabilities. A lot of high level creatures have some kind of level drain ability attached to them. Might be able to protect few creatures here and there, but sometimes we're not gonna have the luxury of time. Well, whatever. What I want to know is, where do I start the quest? I think I know. There's a house somewhere here. Right, that's probably it.
It will be done.
No, I think we need to start somewhere else. There's no one here. Where exactly can we go? Yeah, it's the militia headquarters, I think.
Easily.
So it just look to me to be a sparring spot for the guards, for the militia.
Your party before venturing
What
forth.
can it be now?
Captain Samad.
Countess Centil, I know this is difficult for you, but you have to make a positive identification.
Mirniel Santil. Yes, he's the one, Matteo. He's the traitor.
No, the Countess must be mad with grief. There must be some mistake. You are certain, Countess? There is no mistake.
I'm certain. Before my beloved son Arctic disappeared, he told me he had witnessed Matteo opening the gate.
Kaiser Jerry. There. Surely you now see, my overzealous Captain Saman, that your egregious accusations have needlessly vilified my impeccable character.
Why are you doing this, Countess? I'm Arctic's friend. Your son and I grew up together.
The Captain, I stringently demand you incarcerate this heinous villain immediately. You make no demands of me, Kaiser Jerry. I fulfill my duties as I see fit. Men, take Matteo away and escort the Countess to her quarters.
Yes, please. Take me away from this place.
What is it?
Well, Captain, am I free to go now? Is this travesty of justice, this witch hunt, this fiasco finally at an end? You are free to go, Kaiser. Get out of my sight. I'm in no mood to see your unscrupulous face right now. I suppose such abuse is best approximation of an apology I can expect from an uncouth cretin such as yourself, Captain.
A waste of my
What
talents.
can it be now?
But so be it.
What? Oh, you must be the ones Melisande told me about. That's what our town needs, more ball spawn. My name is Captain Saman, and I'm very busy man right now. Why did your soldiers drag that young man away? That? A most unpleasant matter. A few days ago, someone opened a secret gate into the town. Saradush could easily have been overrun. We just discovered the traitor was a young man named Matteo. You don't sound convinced. There's no doubt in my mind that someone betrayed us. The enemy came through a small sewer outlet that was protected by both a locked iron grate and several powerful medical wards. There is no way to open that entrance from the outside, but Matteo is a faithful soldier, not the type of man to betray Saradush. Maybe he didn't. Are there any other suspects? An alarm was raised and my soldiers arrived only a few moments after the gate was opened. We found 3 people in the area: Matteo, Arctic Centil, and the merchant Kaiser Jerry. When we began our investigations, I strongly suspected Kaiser. He's a greedy, self-serving weasel who would sell his own mother if the price was right. So why did you arrest Matteo? We didn't get a chance to complete our investigations. Arctic, the son of the Countess Centil, disappeared. He was our primary witness. But somehow you still made an arrest. Our attention was focused on the vile Kaiser Jerry, but we had no proof. Then the Countess told us that Arctic, her son, had implicated Matteo before he disappeared. And how do you know the Countess is telling the truth? If you knew the Countess, you would know her word is beyond reproach, and she has nothing to gain from a lie. Matteo was Arctic's closest friend. Accusing him was very traumatic for her. Yeah, that shows Captain Saman's incompatibility with being an investigator. No one's beyond reproach. And your lack of imagination doesn't mean she has nothing to gain from life. Still, I have to admit this does not sit well in my gullet. I was so sure Kaiser Jerry was the culprit. To discover it was one of my own men. I'm shocked. Mind if I come? No. So now you just sit back and wait for the executioner? Matteo will not be executed, not while we are under siege. The defense of Saradush is my first concern, but if I had more time I would investigate further. I just want to find the truth. Perhaps I could delve deeper into this matter. If you wish to investigate further, I will not stand in your way. Speak to Matteo in his cell. The jailer will let you see him. I will go visit Matteo in the jail at once. I will right this injustice. What you do is your own concern. I must away to aid in the defense of Saradush. Yeah, I think I'll leave things here.
Things are really getting serious, aren't they? Not that they weren't before, but this... The ball spawn hunting each other, so many dying. This is different, I can tell.
Eagle Eyes Nera on the case. Perhaps, but we are different too now. We can handle it.
I hope you're right. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can handle it. But you? I don't know. We've never talked about what you are. Not in depth.
I mean, I've gone on and on and on. And on about being a wild mage?
Well, I don't have much to go on and on about. I don't really understand what I am.
That makes two of us then. Be frank. What does it mean to you to have this tainted blood?
Does it scare you? Are you curious about it? Do you feel it?
Okay. There's a lot of questions all at once. Don't know? Yes, maybe, and yes.
Alright, alright. I'm just really curious.
Come on, you must feel something. Tell me about it.
It is my blood, nothing more. Does not define me. I feel it like I feel the joy strong drink brings. Does not last. It isn't real. Not sure where I'm going with that. But I'll go with that answer.
Then it's different from wild magic. Probably a good thing.
Cozying up to a dead evil god can't make for a healthy romantic relationship with others.
I guess that answers my question, though. I have others, but I kinda don't want them answered.
We can talk about them when the time comes. If it ever comes. Fair enough.
I need something. It would be my pleasure.
I'm missing someone.
I will listen. Very well.